Welcome to day 580 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFTz. They are an investor in Deso, the Web3 mobile app built on the Deso blockchain. So, Brian, what's the latest with Elon Musk and Twitter?
Yeah, so we like to talk about Elon Musk and Twitter because it does kind of relate to Web3 and crypto because it's a probability that's highly likely that he will integrate some Web3 or crypto features into Twitter in the long run. He is now the chief twit, according to his Twitter profile. He also visited the headquarters of Twitter yesterday, and he was carrying a sink to let it sink in that he is now the new CEO. Well, he will be upon the closing of the
I,
deal,
I
which
noticed in that video, there were no Twitter employees around. Did he fire them all, or did they just all run away from him?
he did mention that he met a lot of really cool Twitter employees. Uh, he carried a sink in to let it sink in that he's going to soon be the new CEO. The deadline is actually Friday for that. But I wanted to read a quick message he wrote to the Twitter community just before we started filming this. And I'm going to just read it through. I wanted to reach out personally to share my motivation in acquiring Twitter. There has been much speculation about why I bought Twitter and what I think about advertising. Most of it's wrong. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. There is currently great danger that social media will splinter into far right wing and far left wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society. In the relentless pursuit of clicks, much of traditional media is fueled and catered to those polarized extremes as they believe that is what brings in the money. But in doing so, the opportunity for dialogue is lost. That is why I bought Twitter. I didn't do it because it would be easy. I didn't do it to make more money. I did it to try and help humanity, whom I love. And I do so with humility, recognizing that failure in pursuing this goal, despite our best efforts, is a very real possibility. That said, Twitter obviously cannot become a free for all hellscape where anything can be said with no consequences. In addition to adhering to the laws of the land, our platform must be warm and welcoming to all, where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences, just as you can choose, for example, to see movies or play video games ranging from all ages to mature. I love this message. I know Elon gets a lot of heat, but I think he really hit it home. And the whole echo chamber thing, I totally agree. And the reason these echo chambers form is because of one, which is the algorithms used on Twitter, but two, like he said, media companies on both sides of the aisle, they they flourish with extreme content, and that extreme content gets boosted on Twitter, and you create these echo chambers. We need unity. We don't need hate and division, which is what social media has kind of become.
I don't know if I agree with that because he said he wants to give you the experience you want. So if you're a far right extremist or a far left extremist, isn't that experience going to be extremism? So like I feel like it's just going to break it off into segments, but you're
Well,
still going to have these echo chambers. I
he
don't
did
know.
say he did say that you can't have like hate, or you can't have anything that's
Violence.
going to lead to
But
danger.
but like the thing is, so he wants to adhere to the rule of the land, but it's harder said than done because let's say there's a hate group that forms. They're following, freedom of speech. They're not actually causing violence, but where does the line get crossed where they could be inciting violence? And what if the FBI says we're investigating them for inciting violence? Does Twitter still keep them up because there's no judge ruling that yes they were inciting violence? Do they wait until a judge rules on it? Like it's going to be hard. It's going to
It
be
is.
really
It's going to be
hard for
difficult.
him to do what he wants to do, and I think he might be overlooking some of the things that could play out over the long run.
Oh, I absolutely agree. It's going to be tough, and he said it. But I give him credit for putting that message out because I do think he might have been misunderstood in some ways. I think from both sides. So
No doubt in my mind is his mind's in a good place and he has good motives.
right, so let's move on. Deso, what's going
Yeah,
on
so
with Deso?
NFTz. So we announced something that's actually quite frightening, and it's just in time for Halloween. So at NFTz, we needed new servers, right? So we went out and we launched our NFTz virtual art galleries using some old secondhand servers just to kind of get the cost down because our server costs are going up as more and more people come onto Deso. So we bought these secondhand servers for the virtual art galleries that we launched. But over the weekend, this past weekend, we noticed that there are some strange errors occurring that kept occurring over and over again. So we contacted our server providers, I'm not going to mention any names, to see if they could help us in any way fix these errors. But the providers actually said they couldn't find anything wrong. But they did tell us that the servers that we were using were actually previously sold, but also returned because the previous administrator of them had actually passed away in a mysterious electrical accident, which is kind of creepy, right? So we've had some reports. I know Jody Bossert reported it, Michelle Lord reported it, a few others reported it to us that some of the galleries appear to be haunted. Yeah, right? Haunted? Like, can a
Yeah,
virtual art gallery be haunted?
crazy.
So we contacted a spiritual medium because we want to figure this out. Obviously, it wasn't having anything to do with the actual server hardware, but apparently they were being haunted. So we hired this medium who told us that usually ghosts like the ones that Michelle Lord and Jody Bossert have seen, are stuck on this plane of existence, or I guess I should say the virtual plane of existence in the virtual galleries because of either one, lost loved ones, maybe a lost loved one, or because they failed a mission that they had in their lifetime. And so the medium said the best way to remedy this situation is kind of to get these spirits or this spirit to just move on out of this realm, out of the virtual realm, and onto the next realm. And the best way to do this is to give it some love. So if you do see any ghosts floating around in the virtual galleries on NFTz, everybody's virtual gallery you go to. So it's just your username, like Michelle Lord, .nftz.me/3D/spaces. Spaces or space?
Space.
Space.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure.
or you could just go to a gallery and click on the pull down menu and click on 3D. You're going to be transported into these 3D worlds where this ghost exists. And to capture him, all you have to do is track him down. You're not actually capturing, you're just setting him free. You're going to track him down, double tap on him, and then send some hearts. And hopefully we can free him. Free him or her. I'm not sure what sex it is. It may be they. I'm not sure. But you could free this ghost and fix your 3D virtual gallery. And in return, we're going to send you some love as well. We're going to send you a free NFT. All you have to do is sign in, find that ghost, send him some love, send him or her some love, and you'll get a free NFT sent to you from NFTz.
Yeah, we really love this. It's like a gamified version of galleries and every user gets to play within their own gallery or in other people's galleries. And I think it's the first DeSo game that you win NFTs in within a gallery, actually. So
Within
definitely
that
check it out.
3D
This is just
world.
a start. We have so much planned around this stuff over the next year, but this is like the beginning.
Yeah, and like you said, we have a lot planned. Ultimately, I hope to be able to get some avatars in there, play some music from some people who mint music NFTs on DeSo. Avatars could be avatars that people create 3D avatars of that others can buy and use in the virtual world. Voice chat, maybe walk around, look at art in somebody's gallery and have a voice chat or text chat with those also viewing that art with you. Maybe we could have live auctions in these galleries, just get-togethers in these galleries. A lot of stuff that I think there's a lot of potential there. Thanks to 3D Social and Andrew for all he's done to kind of bring this to fruition. And we're just super excited about what the 3D world section of NFTz has in store. But we're also still working on NFTz's 2D traditional NFT marketplace and community. A lot
Yeah.
coming soon there too.
And I want to point out that the 3D stuff, it works great on your iPhone. It works on desktop, but really great if you have a VR headset, because then you immerse yourself in these galleries and you're shooting ghosts with hearts in galleries
Exactly.
in with your VR headset. So definitely check that out if you have one. Uh, but I want to move on. The story boxing challenge is heating up, and it all happened accidentally because of a post that Ash Deso made. Ash Deso made a post on story, and he posted a video where he is depicting a punching bag as centralized social media, and he's beating the heck out of that punching bag. So I decided to reply, and I made my own video where I'm actually punching my kid's punching bag. It was kind of chintzy made, so I kind of defeated it pretty quickly, and it went flying across the room. But you'll see it right here. But then what happened is that Lucy Designsta, Lucy from the Designsta sisters, she posted a video of herself. She posted one of on story, of course, with the Rocky theme music, and she's punching the bag, and she did a really great job. I'll play it right here. And then she nominated Natter, Dylan Jagger Lee, Jody Bossard, and Dragon Riddick to take the challenge. Of course, everybody doesn't have a punching bag at home, but you can punch a pillow or just something that you're not going to hurt. And I think it would signify the centralized web or web 2. So if you're gonna participate, feel free to post your video. I'm sure you'll get some diamonds from a bunch of people.
And use the story app when you do it too, because that's what this is all about. And I didn't do it. We also didn't nominate anyone. I think we probably should have. Maybe I'll do one later. And
I nominated Natter actually in
did
my
you?
post.
Okay, well, probably I think there should be a minimum of like 3 to 5 people that are nominated so that we can really get this thing to go viral. If I have time later, I don't have a punching bag. Maybe I'll try and come up with something. Obviously, I'm not sure about that yet.
Yeah, so what's going on with Zirkles?
So Zirkles is giving away $200 to one of the first 100 people who sponsor their blog. We talked to Zirkles. We had Tony Lewis, Dennis H. Lewis on our show. What was that? Early this week, I guess Monday. Yep. They talked about their sponsorship. So you can sponsor anybody's blog. And so the first 100 people to sponsor the Zirkles blog for a minimum of 25 cents per day are going to be entered into this giveaway to win $200. So far, Smart Girl Credit and Spadium have sponsored this blog. If you're interested, go ahead and do that, and you have a chance to win that $200.
So Natter made a post about Sarah Benson and a YouTube video she did. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's Sarah Aman, also known as Sarah Benson. She has 20,300 plus subscribers on YouTube. Very popular person who's really knowledgeable in the crypto and blockchain space. She put out a video talking about Deso MetaMask integration. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't already. You can see more details in the link above this video. Natter said that it's an amazing deep dive on derived key infrastructure. He also said that derived keys will soon support other wallets as well. So other than MetaMask, so if you're on Solana, if you're on Cardano, maybe you're going to be able to integrate with those wallets as well. I think that's something that would be huge in bringing more and more people onto the Deso blockchain. But great video, Sarah Benson. She helped explain stuff to me that I didn't already know. Very deep, very in-depth. Give it a watch.
Yeah, I checked it out too. And I learned a lot, actually, surprisingly. Maybe not so surprisingly for some of you.
Yeah, so FB Blauer actually replied to Sarah Benson's post and asked a question of Natter. Natter responded to that question and said soon they're going to have something that allows you to transfer an existing account to any other key. to another key. So for now, though, MetaMask, the MetaMask account is distinct from any previous accounts. But it's interesting though because it seems like if you have a Deso account and you also have a MetaMask account, soon you're going to be able to kind of connect them and use MetaMask to sign into your current Deso account rather than having to create a whole new Deso account using MetaMask if you want to use MetaMask as the way to get in. So, for example, we have the Krasenstein account. We can't access it through MetaMask. We can't log in using MetaMask. But soon it appears we'll be able to log in with MetaMask, connect it to our Deso account, and then be able to use MetaMask to log in.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So what's PBMC doing with Deso Labs?
Yeah, so the PBMC DAO, we talked about them a lot. Very cool DAO. They're sponsoring the Deso Labs Crypto Winter 2022 Hackathon. They purchased a golden sponsorship, which is going to display a PBMC banner on the hackathon page, which is cool. And it's also going to give them a vote in hackathon proposals. Others can still sponsor the Crypto Winter Hackathon. They're selling NFTs to do so. Just go to Deso Labs Deso account, and you can become a sponsor as well.
Yeah, thanks PBMC. Cyberpunk Apes, they put out some really cool stats. It's only been 25 days. I thought that was crazy. It seems like it's been going for longer than that. What are the stats that they put out?
Yeah, so 25 days, they have 4,136 unique holders of their NFTs. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
23,002 NFTs have been claimed. 707 Deso volume has been traded on the secondary market so far. So 707 Deso in secondary sales have been made for the Cyberpunk Apes.
That's like $10,000 or so.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. 0 NFTs have been sold on the primary. They've been 100% given away, including the one-of-ones. The top 3 holders so far, and these numbers are pretty staggering. Ambitious Lynch owns 2,092 Cyberpunk Apes. Tianjiu owns 636. And Solate owns 372 Cyberpunk Apes. So definitely some people that are trying to accumulate as many as they can.
Wow, yeah, wow. 2,000. Ambitious Lynch is definitely ambitious.
That's why she's always at the top of, or him, I don't know, him or her, is always at the top of the NFT bidders.
Right. So moving on, Desocial World, they teased a post to earn surprise that's coming soon. We have no clue what it is, even though we sponsor post to earn with NFTz. I have no clue what it even is. What do you have any ideas?
Shouldn't we get like some inside info on this or something? So they have a post up. You can click on it above this video or below it on YouTube where you can guess what it is. And so I don't know if I should guess because I do feel like maybe we have some insider information that I just don't realize. But post to earn, maybe it's, I don't know.
Don't guess.
No, I honestly don't know.
Let's keep it a surprise, even if you might have a hunch. So GD Virtual Galleries, really exciting stuff. GDS made a post and is really excited about what's happening. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so he said that today, I think it was really last night, they recorded the video that's going to be displayed during the Latin Grammys in order to promote their virtual studio and experiences that they've been working on. They did this for the record label, The Best Sounds. So they just recorded the video on November 17th, which is about 3 weeks or so from now. It's going to be on TV. People are going to be able to watch it, and millions are actually going to be able to see this ad airing during the Latin Grammys, featuring virtual experiences by GDS. It's going to allow people who want to take part in these experiences to simply scan a QR code and gain access. So GDS is doing such amazing things. I feel like he got his start here on Deso, but he has exploded everywhere else. They're also looking for a sponsor for anyone who's wanting to get extra exposure during the Latin Grammys. So if that's you, if you're a musician, if you have a business that you think it could benefit from being exposed to people who love Latin music, definitely hit up GDS. He might have a really good opportunity for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And so as many of you know, NFTz.me is the only place where you can post and view live timed Deso auctions. If you just go to NFTz.me/auctions, you can see all of the auctions that are ending soon. I'm just going to touch on a few that are ending in the next 24 hours. Divine is auctioning off some Clout Jacks and Sergeant Frog NFTs and Mini Clout NFTs. They end at around 1 p.m. Eastern time or so. Elric Ericos, Deso OG, he's auctioning off more of his photography NFTs. He's a great photographer. He's been at several Deso events taking photos, but he does some really great photography work, and he's selling them as NFTs, and they're very affordable. If you're interested, you can bid on them now. They end between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern time today. There's more.
I think we actually own his first ever Deso NFT
Might be
way back.
valuable.
Yeah.
That might become very valuable one day. So Panda Rubicon, we talked about them yesterday. They have more of their NFTs being auctioned off. No minimum bid, so you can get these for like pennies, if not less, if you want. At 4 p.m. Eastern time, they end. Unless there's a bidding war, you're going to be able to get them fairly cheap. I know some of them did have multiple bidders, but check them out. There's several up. They're very cool. And DFOC has another Volpe Season 1 NFT up for auction that's ending at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so I want to quickly get to the top NFT bidders on the Deso blockchain over the last 24 hours, according to NFTz. They are as follows: Daryl Gold, Ambitious Lynch, who we talked about before, bidding on a lot of the cyberpunk apes, Crypto Dwang, Sable123, Diego Robot, Apertures, JD, Clay Oglesby, Kalua 88888, and Keaton Aram. And the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours, according to our friends at Alton Base, these people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on Deso blockchain over the last 24 hours. They are Diego Robot, Krasenstein, which is us, Weebos, Lil Lover, Apertures, ECOE, Clout Women Unite, McMarsh, ZN Mead, and our intern, Goldberry.
Congratulations. And thanks once again to Miss Katie Ann for providing us a list of Deso-related events that are taking place today. And there's a ton of them. I think like 11 of them are taking place. So it's a busy day. If you have free time, definitely take part in some of these community discussions and community activities. At 11 a.m. Eastern time is a roundtable bear market over ? Plus Luna Classic debate and giveaways with Mario and Nawfall on Twitter Spaces. Also at 11 a.m. Eastern time is Prospecting Hour on Vibe Hut. At 1 p.m. Eastern time on Entra's Community Hangout with Sean Tron and Michael Mara. Also at 1 p.m. Eastern time is Branding Domains in Web3. Does it matter how? With Alexandra Damsker. She's amazing. Annie Akpi, Jay Lamb on Clubhouse. Very knowledgeable attorney and some people who know a lot about Web3 and the law. At 3 p.m. Eastern time is Authorpreneur 101 special guest Diego Pineda with Ethan Turner on Twitter Spaces. Also at 1 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going back to 1 p.m. Indie Hackers chat on Vibe Hut. Also at 1 p.m. is Your Network is Your Net Worth with One Dolinsky on Vibe Hut. At 5 p.m. Eastern time is Crypto Happy Hour on Vibe Hut with Shane Raynor. 7 p.m. Eastern time is 10 days to transform your health. Is everyone ready for our Shred 10 with Healthy Living Revolution on Entra? At 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's also talking about the true value of differing opinions with Keith, Shantron, Mr. Triplet on Entra. And at 8 p.m. Eastern time is Deso Happy Hour hosted by Beer Buds with Brian Drever, Blockchain Padawan, NF3, Jody Bossert, Just Nick on Clubhouse.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Elon Musk and Twitter, of course, especially over the next year or so. Will he integrate Web3? Also, try the punching bag challenge. And if you don't have a punching bag, check out some pillows.
And also check out the NFTz Haunted Spaces. This haunted space won't last long. Halloween's coming up, so we'll probably end it there. But check it out if you haven't already and win that NFT.
Post some screenshots of you or capturing that ghost. I want to say killing the ghost, but you can't really kill.
No, you're letting him, setting him free.
You're giving it love.
It's all friendly. The ghost is
love
friendly.
To the ghost.
He's a friendly ghost, or she's a friendly ghost. All right, so everybody have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.